Happy Friday, everyone. Today is the first full moon of the year, of the decade. And so we even have a full moon eclipse. And so you may be finding that you might be emotional, or people around you are very emotional, and there's so much happening in the world at this time. So in light of all that, you may need to take this evening to reconnect with yourself, ground yourself. And one of the things I wanted to suggest is possibly making it a moment to release and to forgive. So making a forgiveness list is crucial to letting go and surrendering. And another thing that I realized that has come up in terms of releasing, when I have questioned myself and when I have self-doubt, it's usually because am letting my mind not be focused and staying in action for my dreams. And then I tend to let my mind keep going down a path I don't want it to go. So have you ever found, or are you finding that you do the same thing? Have you found yourself in a place where all of a sudden now you are questioning everything about you, your direction, because you have let that self-doubt take over? And so a technique, a value that I learned while living back in the Boogie Down Bronx and when I worked in Manhattan, and it was interesting, very different cultures. So in the Bronx, I would hear, word is bond, and brothers would say that to each other, and it was just something that everyone lived by, that what you say is a promise. What you say is what keeps the relationship. It keeps the connection and the trust. And I'd also see that in the workplace, where people would value you or not if you said something and you didn't do it. That would be like, people would just kind of write you off. And I had never, I was in my early 20s, and to learn that in the real world, in those very different spaces, different cultures, and to get the same lesson. So one of the ways that we can feel worthy is by us watching what we say. And even doing an exercise where you take it day by day, you try to always do the things you say. If you commit to that, you start realizing, I don't want to say this, let me be careful with my words. So it allows you to also step back and be careful of what you are saying, because when you become impeccable with your word, it transforms your life, and it will push you to keep your mind and your thoughts to what you dream and for what you want. And you will no longer be spending time with thoughts that may have you say something that you may not do, or put you in an emotional state that you may not want to be in. So doing what you say is a great way to start to feel worthy. And so I wanted to share a little lesson that I had learned. Like my dad says, the best university you could ever go to is New York City. And yes. So to all my brothers and sisters in the Big Apple, I love you and miss you. And please stay warm. Actually, I heard it's really warm today. And to everyone around the world, I love you. I care for you. Let's be there for each other. It's really hard right now. So much going on in Puerto Rico, Australia, with us in the Middle East, and with our veterans. I mean, everywhere you look, so much is happening. So let's not forget everyone who does not have the privilege of having peace to make a video, to watch a video, or to be online. And let's be thankful for that privilege and honor it and be filled with love as much as we can, and send prayers and light and works to people across the world. Thanks so much. You have a great weekend.